I offer my Sastanga Namaskarams to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, the presiding deity of this holy land. My deepest respects to the Pitadipati of Puttigama Mata, Sri Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji, whose vision has turned this town into a global classroom for the Bhagavad Gita. My reverence to all the learned Swamijis of Ashtamatas, the scholars, and the thousands of devotees who have turned Udipi into Vaikunta today. Coming to Udipi, I could feel the spiritual vibrations, which is very hard to describe. This is not just a temple town, this is a spiritual powerhouse of Bharat. As I have said earlier, maybe I'm fortunate enough, I have the blessing of Lord Hanuman. So, Pratamo Hanuman Nama, Dvitiyo Bhima Yevacha, Purna Pragna Trutiyastu Bhagavatkarya Sadhaka. The glory of Udipi became even greater because of Jagadguru Sri Madhvacharya, who is worshipped as a third incarnation of Vayu, appearing as Hanuman in Treta Yuga, Bhima in Dwapara Yuga, and Madhvacharya in Kali Yuga. In his divine form, he installed the idol of Sri Krishna at Udipi and founded the Ashtamatas, a tradition that has continued for more than 800 years. His Dvaita philosophy and his teachings brought clarity and purpose to spiritual life and continue to inspire countless devotees even today. Following this sacred lineage is His Holiness Sri Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji, the 30th Pontiff of Sri Puttigamata, who accepted sannyasa at the young age of 12. Swamiji has taken the teachings of Srimad Madhvacharya philosophy across the world and established many spiritual centers abroad to guide devotees living outside our Bharat. He has represented Hindu Dharma on global platforms, including the United Nations. Most importantly, he made possible a historic achievement where 1 crore people wrote the complete Bhagavad Gita. Where 1 crore people wrote the complete Bhagavad Gita, which is of 720 slokas. 700 slokas. This Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna stands as a shining example of his vision, dedication, and deep love for Dharma. On this auspicious occasion, I extend my heartfelt congratulations and respectful salutations to all the 1 crore devotees who had written the sacred Bhagavad Gita with deep faith and devotion. Today in this yajna, I will be also joining even to finish my part. As I walked into Mata today, I was reminded of the great devotee Kanakadasa. History tells us that when the doors were closed, his devotion was so strong that Lord Krishna turned around and the wall cracked open to give him darshan. That Kanakana Kindi is not just a window, it is a proof that bhakti is greater than caste, greater than the status, and greater than the power. That is the beauty of our Sanathana Dharma. It does not exclude, it embraces. Friend, to all the devotees and all the gurus, I stand here today as an ardent devotee of our culture. We are concluding the Lakshakanta Gita Parayana. Over 1 lakh voices have chanted the song of the Lord. Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji was here a few days ago, and he rightly said, the Gita is a manual for national security. And I would like to add to that, the Gita is the ultimate manifesto for humanity, as Guruji said. Just in the afternoon, I have tweeted on my social media handle about the opportunity which was bestowed on me, and I was quoting about our a picture about majestic sketch of Lord Krishna imparting the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna in our handwritten constitution, original handwritten constitution. See, in the original handwritten constitution of India, the very document that defines a republic, the directive principles of state policy, is decorated with a majestic sketch of Lord Sri Krishna imparting the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Our constitution makers intentionally placed this illustration there because the directive principles describe the moral vision of the nation: justice, welfare, responsibility, equality, and righteous governance. And what better symbolizes these ideals than Sri Krishna guiding Arjuna on the path of Dharma? Some think Dharma and constitution are two different worlds, but they're not. Dharma is the moral compass, constitution is the legal compass. These two are complementary and both aim towards the same direction, a just, peaceful and compassionate society. This convergence was possible because Sanatana Dharma was never a blind superstition. It was a science, and it is a science encoded in the form of a spiritual wisdom. And this is evident in how the world studies, codes, applies its principles across the cultures today. From Einstein and Thoreau to Oppenheimer and modern psychologists, the Gita has shaped world thought for centuries. Because the Gita speaks to the human soul, not to a particular region. It answers three universal questions. Who am I? What is my duty? How do I act rightly amidst confusion? No text answers these with such simplicity and depth. And when we reflect on everything that is contemplated over this entire month in this month, the Gita is not something we read and leave behind. It is something that walks with us in every decision, every confusion, and every inner battle. And who said it? This is nothing but Lord Krishna. If you look at Lord Krishna's personality, he toyed with danger, he toyed with death even before he was born. And he had known for his courage, known for his compassion, and love and resilience, and above all his detachment. Goddess of death was always haunting him even before he was born. After all the war, he went and embraced death by himself. He was never a king, but he helped kingdoms to exist. He helped kings to exist. He never looked at a position. He never sought for a position. Always he tried to balance. Always he wanted to restore Dharma. So the Gita is coming from such a man, such a Lord we all bow down to, and such a divine being. And he's a great consensus builder. Irrespective of all the opposites, people of different who would be fighting with each other, he could bring consensus. I take a lot of strength from Lord Krishna. Maybe I don't know a great Sanskrit. I don't know the slokas of Sanskrit. But I know the essence of Gita. Do your duty and don't expect any results. Just do your duty, keep on going. That's why whether I lose, I win, I don't care. I keep going, I keep doing battling. I took that spirit from Gita.